Hello, hello. So, this is my second stream on it, but I really am not very far into Forbidden West. But here we go. So far, I'm not all that impressed, to be honest, but it can get better. Okay, there we go. Copy that link. Open up X. Ugh. Okay. Ah. Post all. Yes. Yeah, just about there. Okay, I think I'm good. Now, popping out that chat. Pop, 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 pop. Okay, here we go. I still say that is not fucking Varl. That is not Varl.
We'll find a way.
That is not Varl.
The wilds have really grown over this place.
Yeah, the wilds may have grown over this place, but that ain't Varl. I, I, I really hate this.
My focus might be able to help here. I should be able to pull that thing out of the wall.
Okay. Alright, and I have the pull thingy. One sec. I have a water bottle in front of my TV in just the wrong spot. There we go. Hold. There we go. That did the trick. Woohoo. Gonna need to remember that.
Deeper into the creepy ruin we go.
Yay. And please... Oh shit,
What is that?
that's corruption. Shit, my bad.
Another thing that killed those
Need to
Osprey.
remember that.
Keep your guard up.
Oh, my guard is up.
But that's... Red is not good. Need to remember that. Even though red-haired lady... Yeah. Okay. Red vegetation, good. I did like it when it told me with the little eye that so I could be sure that I was actually hiding the way I thought I was. I guess I don't get that anymore. I guess not good enough to get that anymore.
Careful. Don't want those things to call in some friends from underground. You take the left one. I'll deal with the one on the right.
Okay.
This is what they call tutorial? The tutorial should be me by myself.
Moving up.
I need to sneak up on it to take it out with my spear. Can't let it see me. I should scan it first. Check its patrol path.
Yep, that's what I just did. And its path is not as easy to see as everything else.
I can throw a rock to distract it. Get it into a position where I can sneak up and strike. Just have to wait for the right moment.
Ah, throwing a rock. There we go. The awareness indicator. I mean, that may get close enough for me to be able to just sneak out in a moment. Shunk. And that one goes down too. Yay!
Mine's down too.
Oh, fuck you!
Nothing you around here, Dodo.
Yeah, in other words, there was more than just a freaking two. But the tutorial lied by saying that that's what we need to do.
Got them all.
far as I'm concerned,
I've been meaning to
the tutorial
mention.
lied to us.
I noticed you have a new look these days.
Yeah, I know. Didn't have a lot of time to shave when I was
It's
trying to
not a
catch up to
matter
you.
of not
Don't
shaving.
worry,
Your
it's not
face looks
permanent.
different.
Good.
Sorry my whiskers offend you, anointed.
And yeah, it's almost like they know that I've been that like they know I've been yelling about what he looks like. Sorry, it doesn't have to do with your whiskers. It really doesn't. Your whiskers are not the problem. The problem is that you look like a. You honestly look very different to me. Deal with it. And I really need to remember Ridgewood is important for me to get right now. Ridgewood has been one of the last things that is on my mind, and a lot of times I don't bother getting it because it clutters it had been cluttered my inventory because I had so much of it. But it is insanely important to have it. So I don't like this focus pulse, but my I'm less annoyed with it now that I know that there is still focus. I thought that focus pulse was actually you, you replacing focus, and that's why I was so about it. But now that I know that it's like halfway to focus, I'm fine. And focus pulse, it makes sense to have that put out there instead of being able to just see the stuff that's around. So I'm less annoyed with that now. Inventory. Resources. Okay, already got a good amount of Ridgewood. Metal bone. Metal bone, machine muscle. Okay. Okay. Cool, 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 cool. And apparently now the medicinal plants aren't always red tinged, and that's interesting. Good to know. And honestly, I'm gonna go into settings. I like the guided, honestly. I like having it tell me that. That may not make me any points with the Uber woo stuff, but I enjoy having it tell me where it wants me to go. That doesn't mean I'm always going to go where it wants me to go, but I like
Let's make its
knowing
way here too.
where it thinks I should. If that makes any sense.
Looks like this little guy got caught up in the blight. Couldn't escape.
I hope it didn't suffer long.
Probably not. I hope not. Part of the reason why I do have a problem with this focus pulse is that a pulse makes it seem like you're sending out a radar. And the way that I saw it in the first game, at least, is that that is literally it. It wasn't a pulse that was sent out. It was a passive scan. It was using for focus, yes, but I never got the feeling that she was actually scanning. I could be wrong, but that's how I saw it. Now, as far as just gameplay wise, I don't mind the idea of the pulse as long as
These were must have
the
used
full on
explosives
thing
against the machines.
They managed to
is
get
all
it.
still there. The brewer. The brewer seems to be the equivalent of of a watcher in this
Looks
one.
like there was a barricade here. The machines must have broken through. I'll keep this for later.
Guess that Oseram didn't have a chance to use it.
The blast trap. Okay. You receive small health potion. Okay. Ah, crap. I did not mean to do that. I did not mean to drink my freaking potion that I just got. And yes, this is not safe scumming. This actually is the opposite of that, in my
Got 'em
opinion.
all.
Ah, crap. It's even further back than I thought.
I noticed you have a new look these days.
But this is the opposite of
Yeah,
safe
I know.
scumming. That's
Didn't have a
the...
lot of time to shave.
Oh,
when I was trying to
crap.
catch up to you.
I did
Don't
not
worry,
mean
it's not permanent.
to use an item.
Good.
Sorry my whiskers offend you, anointed.
I know what safe scumming is, and I will gleefully say that yes, I do save scum. But I want it to be clear when I am and when I am not, if that makes any sense. Oh, and I see where I screwed up there, because I pressed down thinking that I was looking at different ammo, and oops. Brewer circulator. Okay. Metal bone. Medicinal berries. Yay. Obtained from any machine. Crafting ammunition for tripcasters, spike throwers, and bolt blasters. Okay. Crafting in fast travel packs and ammunition for warrior, hunter, and sharp shot bows. Yeah, ho-hoo. The Polecaster. An improved version of a Delver's prototype tool that can latch onto and pull objects. Also enables grappling to specific points. Okay. The Polecaster is an improved version of that. That's interesting. Okay.
The light's made its way in here too.
In other words, that was not the.
It's hard to breathe around this stuff.
Yeah, that was not the grass I was thinking it was. Oopsie. I just see red colored, and I think, and that's where I can hide. Crap! You guys are gonna screw with me, aren't you?
Against the machines.
They managed to get a couple.
Well, aiming. Okay, it's literally just equip Polecaster. That's all that happens. Or maybe something else comes up and and I learn about it later. Okay, I'm fine with that too. But for now, it's just equip Polecaster if you're aiming.
Looks like there was a barricade here. Machines must have broken through. I'll keep this for later.
Yep, I'll keep this for later.
Didn't have a chance to use it.
Trading dummy. Oh, okay, it's beyond the cave. Bundles straw, wood, and cloth for practicing close combat. Markings indicate it has weathered many hits. Okay. Varl and blast trap. Okay. Wait a sec. But Varl's here. Last trap. Okay, for some reason it was misidentifying that back there.
Careful. Traps ahead.
Huh. Might be able to disarm them.
Okay. So, how do I disarm them? Dismantle traps. Approach them carefully and hold triangle. Okay.
There.
Hey, Evo.
Managed to salvage some supplies.
And not blow yourself up.
Dismantled it. And got more supplies.
Woohoo. There's a train dummy over there. Woohoo. I do not like what Varl looks like. Varl does not look like Varl. Arr! Yes, this is Forbidden West.
Looks like another camp.
While we're here, maybe we can make some traps of our own.
I
Might come in
actually-
handy against machines.
I actually do not have a problem with what Aloy looks like. Aloy looks fine. Varl, on the other hand, look at what they did to my boy Varl. My boy Varl does not look like my boy Varl. Yeah. I mean, Aloy actually still looks like Aloy. What the hell happened to Varl? Why did I not hear anything about Varl? Oh, I know, because we had to concentrate on Aloy. But Varl is the one that has actually been massacred from what I can see.
I don't have the right supplies to craft a trap. But it looks like the Oseram shot off some machine parts.
Yeah.
I'll be able to scrounge up enough materials from them.
I can make a blast trap, but I need more machine muscle and it's more blast paste. Okay, that's fine. I am actually kind of pissed off. Everyone was going nuts about Aloy, and Aloy does not look like Nikocado Avocado. She does not.
I can use this.
But you know what Varl is supposed to look like. Look at this. Is that Varl? Or is that generic black guy? You know what I'm saying? To me, that looks like generic black guy. And I liked Varl. I like Varl quite a bit.
I should have what I need to craft a trap.
Her hair may actually be longer. I'm not sure, but it may. I think you may be right. I think her hair might be longer. And that would actually make sense because it's not, as far as I can tell, it's not like there's supposed to be a lot of time having passed, but time has passed. So her hair being longer makes sense. But her face looks about the same. Now, if in a little bit we end up seeing but yes, but if in a little bit we see that more time has passed and then we see the Nikocado Avocado stuff, then maybe, I guess. But I still don't see it. I don't see it as of right now. I don't see it.
There. Explosive trap made.
If anything walks into one of those, you won't know what hit it. Over here, Aloy. I think I see a way up.
So what did I miss? Did the game start in the West, or did you have to go there? The game started here in a way. It started with with us watching Aloy on back of a Strider or something else going to the West, and they made a point of having Invarl meet you and say, "Why didn't you come to our celebration?" And after the end of the last game, which means that not much time has to have passed. But Aloy just said, "Fuck this! I'm not waiting around for any celebrations," and she is going to the West to try to find in the backup for Gaia. So this isn't like we've got years in between. We have maybe a few weeks, a month, maybe two, but enough so that the biggest thing isn't why did you disappear? That didn't happen. It's why did you not stick around for the celebration? So we're not talking a long period of time. The beast has been put to bed. Okay, so so when you say the beast, do you mean in terms of the game or something in real life? Ah, your resident quadruped. That's what I thought you might have been talking about. Good night, Mitra.
Machine's head.
Don't think they spotted us. I've seen this machine before. A scrounger.
The Scrounger.
Let's see where its weak points are.
Maybe
Power cell.
one of those traps you made in its path.
This here.
Good. She goes, "What's good today?" and then stole a dish towel before dinner. Because she can't help herself, I guess. I thought it looked like she was wearing the shield weaver, so I looked up and she is, but it lost its power. Interesting. By the way, I was playing some of the stuff offline, and I have 4 of the 5 power cells. I'm having trouble getting back to the part in Maker's End where I would find the last power cell. So, I mean, because you mentioned it, I decided to go look. Kaboom. Small machine car, yay. Yep. And I went to try to get it, and I am one power cell away, and that last power cell is like, yeah, fuck you. And that's because I made the mistake of not following my normal little thing of when the story tells me to go right, I go left. Apparently, I just decided to follow to actually go right when it told me to go right. Oops, that was my bad. Fully my bad. Because typically, my response to "you should go this way" is if it tells me to go left, I go right. If it tells me to go right, I go left. Ah, screw it. And apparently this time I didn't do it because I think that I was so tired out of listening to all of the freaking data points that I was just like, oh, for the love of God, can I be done now? And I think I was worn out with the can I be done now? That I didn't do my normal thing. It wore me out.
A lot of old world ruins.
Oops.
Are they all like this?
They all have their secrets, but every place is different.
I'm actually kind of amused that I made that mistake. But it's also very annoying because as I was trying, in the way you're trying to go through one of those cauldrons without out the waypoints, it's like, oh dear Lord, which way do I go? And then you end up circling back, and and that's where the problem, and that's where my problem was. And I kind of want to find it before I continue on to Frozen Wilds. Now that you pointed out to me. And grr, you pointed out to me, which means I want to find. I don't want to keep going before I get that. I didn't really. It didn't really change me in the middle of my fight for the end, but for going on to the DLC, I kind of want it. You know what I mean? And yeah, exactly. Like you said, the DLC seems to have it, and and from the little I've already played in the DLC, I can actually. That's how it felt to me. It felt like a lot of stuff in the DLC, which I just kind of had a small sampling of it because I was running through it to get the to get the spear upgrade, was like, hey, why aren't you dead yet? Was almost I could almost hear it saying, "Why aren't you dead yet?" to me, and I was like, because I'm that good. But it if it assumed that I would have an armor that would have given me a second health bar, that would have made a lot more sense for what I was running through. So yeah. And that's Varl. Yay. Oh, and by the way, I have a focus pulse and a focus mode. The pulse is a new thing, which annoyed me at first. because it didn't tell me about the actual focus mode where if I hold down the button, I go into that. Yeah, if you can't tell, I'm a big fan of the DLC. Yeah, cool. And so I'm not going to be ignoring the DLC. I just decided that I kind of wanted to go on to the new game, but I'm not going to be abandoning the DLC. And if I can't find that other power cell, then well, I'll deal with not having it for a bit. But I intend to get it. But like I was saying,
That's a big storm picking up out there.
Yeah. And they're getting stronger.
you do a focus pulse like this,
With algae. You were born to fix all that?
which I don't like.
But I can only do it if I find that backup. I think
Because,
we're winding our way around to the data center. We'll need to cut through that big building on the right out there.
I've typically seen what she sees through, with her focus vision as a passive thing, not a her sending out radar pulses, if you know what I'm saying.
What's in here? Aloy, come check this out.
So they've added a function onto the focus, which I'm not sure I'm happy with.
This data mentions the tech that Far Zenith traded with Zero Dawn. It doesn't explain how they got it back up.
I'll keep an eye out for more data. Let's see. Huh. A lot of glyphs.
A lot of glyphs.
I'll tuck this away to study later.
Okay. Zero Dawn trade agreement. I will probably read that later. But again, look at him. Is that Varl? Hey Tommy, how you doing? But really, is this Varl? Is this Varl? They claim the game itself has claimed that it's due to the it's due to the beard, but no. I'm sorry, that does not look like him. Take the beard off, it still doesn't look like him. I'm not okay with it. Everybody else focuses on Aloy, and Aloy looks fine to me. She looks fine. Varl doesn't.
Looks like we've got to climb up.
Yeah. Varl looks like an imposter to me. Tap that to pulse by focus and highlight nearby climbing handholds. Yay. Okay.
You okay?
Oh, come on, hamster. I know that you like Horizon. Are you gonna? Are you telling me that you're calling Horizon Zero Dawn sequel a JRPG? Seriously? And for those who don't know, it's a somewhat inside joke between me and Hamster. Hamster calls almost anything a JRPG. Wait, I heard this one did away with the yellow things and climbing was more freeform. I don't know. I mean, I still see yellow. I don't know. But even the first one, I mean, yes, there was yellow, but there was also a lot of stuff that wasn't yellow that, you had to deal with. So, but no, I didn't hear any of that one way or the other. So, sometimes just because that's the way you came doesn't mean that you didn't get other stuff down. But they still have yellow grabbing points hidden on the walls. Okay. I honestly do not care if someone came along and came from the future or another dimension and decided to use some use kind of yellow spray paint on this stuff. It honestly does not matter to me one way or the other. It's something that really doesn't bother me. So when you're climbing a mountain, you need to scan first to see which part of the mountain you can grab on. And that actually almost kind of makes that better, especially if, and I don't think this is the case, but especially if you were to scan it first and then the yellow points would come on. Because if you scanned it and then the yellow points came on, that would kind of be your focus. It pointing it out to you. That would actually be a technological thing, just kind of mapping it on in augmented reality. That would actually make a lot of sense. I still don't care either way, even without that. It's like you can only climb specific things. Yes, actually, I agree with that. And sometimes there, in the first game, I thought that I could grab onto some things that weren't yellow because not everything was yellow, and I was wrong, and then I died. Also, you don't care about a lot of things. You're right. That is very true. It is exceptionally true that there's a lot of things I don't care about when playing games. Things that don't affect my enjoyment of a game, I don't care about. But I also understand that those things I don't care about matter a lot to other people. So I get that. And I have not played Iron Fury. And I understand that, Eva. Yes, I care a lot about lore. And at least the first game of this gave me lots of it. It actually gave me so much lore that I was to the point of almost saying, for the love of God, can we finish the game? And actually, I was saying, for the love of God, can we finish the game? Even when it was giving me entire lore dumps, it actually was driving me nuts, hamster. I don't know if you can believe that, but it was driving me nuts. They're gonna give me double lore on this? Oh dear. I mean, overall, that's a good thing. But just so you know, I actually was going, for the love of God, can we be done now? No. You have to listen to all this stuff. And I didn't have to listen to all of it, but I also knew that if I didn't, I wasn't going to understand what happened. So, yeah. It actually was overloading me.
This place is really falling apart.
This place is falling apart.
1,000 years old.
It is 1,000 years old. But honestly, Annalise, I am still focusing back on you saying also you don't care about a lot of things. I laughed my ass off. I keep on focusing on that, and like I've already said, you're not wrong.
Looks like some kind
You're
of
not
memory.
wrong. And I just happen to be very honest about the fact that there's specific things that matter to me, but there's also things that really don't. But that doesn't mean that just because something doesn't matter to me, that it shouldn't matter to somebody else. I am not dismissing it just because someone else finds it important and I don't.
The door on the other side's locked.
Sometimes I
There's
do.
another one of those glowing things by the table.
But if that's the case, I'll tend to actually be more confrontational about it. Also, do not forget to like the stream.
The Zero Dawn terraforming system, the brainchild of Dr. Elizabeth Sobek, empowered by 9 subordinate functions, Gaia, the core of the system, is capable of advanced planetary engineering, an obvious advantage to our space colonization efforts. Operation Phase 1. Establish an asset within Project Zero Dawn. Status complete. Phase 2. The asset will secretly beamcast a complete copy of Gaia and her subordinate functions to this facility's data center. If
Okay
all goes
then.
well, Zero Dawn staff will remain completely unaware of the transmission. Risks. Discovery of this operation could result in Zero Dawn withholding the already negotiated Apollo database. Special care must be taken not to alert Travis Tate, the
I agree,
expert
Evo.
in charge of Hades protocol.
She doesn't look significantly different to me either.
Extreme caution must be exercised in regards to Dr. Sobek herself. As one of the world's preeminent technologists, she may have instituted unforeseen security measures. A complete assessment is attached. This concludes the executive summary.
I thought Elizabeth sent the backup here.
Hey, Storehouse.
Far Zenith stole Gaia.
Aloy, why does that woman look like you?
It's okay, Pearl. We look alike because
We're
the exact
same.
Genetically
Identical.
But she was one of the old ones. How can you be her?
Because I...
Story time!
I was made by a machine. It's why I'm motherless, why I was cast out as an infant.
I don't understand. What kind of machine can make a person?
Remember when I said the backup is like a set of instructions? It's more than that.
More than that.
It's called Gaia.
It's called Gaia.
She had to
Had to
destroy
herself.
So she made me to bring her back. I'm the only one who can. And this place is my
last hope.
You once said the goddess spoke to you when you went into All Mother Mountain.
By the way, this is almost certainly completely out of left field, but I'm remembering in Portal 2 with all the greenery around GLaDOS and all that stuff. And it's the same character that we're playing. But in GLaDOS 2, in Portal 2, we end up resurrecting GLaDOS, and then everything goes to hell. Probably has nothing to do with what's going on, and I get that. But yeesh.
Was that this Gaia?
Yes, but she's not the goddess, Laurel. There isn't one.
How can you be sure? It sounds like she anointed you with a sacred task.
I've had a lot of time to figure this out. And I will too, with the focus. But for now, the report said they were going to store the stolen copy of Gaia in the data center. So that's where we have to go. Okay?
one thing that makes this game a better one than the first is that it is the awesome board game mini game. Oh God, seriously, hamster, it's one of those things. And hamster said it's like you found a voice clip just to find out Elizabeth accidentally dropped her coffee in the day. Okay. Okay then. I like mini games as long as no one expects me to do them.
Here. I found something you could use.
If those mini games, if people expect me to do the mini games, then that's an issue.
Must have left us behind. Can't help them, but it can help.
A weapon.
Exactly.
Thanks, Varl. We should keep moving.
After you.
If they're just as bonus, that's kind of fun. I love that. But if it's now in the middle of this game where it's all action and sneaking stuff, you need to do a boop 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 boop. You get in the mode of a certain, you get into a certain mode for games, and then suddenly it pulls you out, and I kind of hate that. Blast slings launch bombs that affect large areas. Okay. Use them against enemies to build up the brittle stats. Okay. And when enemies are brittle, that they're more vulnerable to impact damage. Cool. And this is why he spends more time paused than playing the game. Nya. It's a joke, Net. Relax. Well, dude, how often do I relax? Nya. I actually am relatively relaxed. Do you actually think I'm not? But whenever I play a game, I am in a heightened sense of awareness. I will admit to that. But I mean, that's how I am.
Down here.
Activate Mirror Force in response to your attack, destroying Red Eye's Black Dragon. I have no idea what that means. Honestly, I have no freaking clue. Okay.
I think we're almost back outside.
Good.
Ah, you're doing that. Whom do you serve? Whom do you trust? And those questions are much more personal than I'm going to say on stream.
It's heading in the same direction we're going.
I know the answers to them. I'm also not going to be answering them for everyone to know. So, meh.
Another one of those machines. I could try out that new weapon on it.
Sure, we can try a new weapon on it. Weak versus Frost. And Corruption, but Frost too. Cool.
Can't do more damage to it while it's brittle. I better switch to my bow. Gotcha!
Gotcha.
Machine couldn't take the cold.
The Vorlon's moon and Earth in one of the timelines it rode home. Okay. I don't think he meant moon. But, yeah. Oh, they dropped the moon on Earth? Because we lost the Shadow War. Never mind. Nope, never mind. I got that. I got that now. I thought you were talking about the Vorlons asking these questions of people. You're saying that they actually mooned Earth. Oh, God. Never mind. Never mind. My bad. My bad.
More of the Osram Delvers. And a lot of acid. That big machine must have attacked as they tried to escape.
And Londo and Ivanoia just kind of hanging out, sharing a drink at the end of the world. Yep. That fits. That fits.
So, you said this backup is the last hope.
Yeah. All those places I've been these last few months, there were supposed to be more backups.
There's supposed to be more backups.
But 1,000 years ago, a guy named Ted Faro purged them all.
Was he part of Far Zenith too?
No. He was worse.
But that would also be why Far Zenith would actually still have all the information. Because all places that were supposed to have it, Ted Faro was able to purge it. Because Andreas no longer be with us? Yeah. But this makes sense. But this actually makes sense. And for Zenith having the information because they stole it is one of those things that is yeah. Just because you think you can and take something off the internet doesn't mean you did. I kind of like this. Far Zenith was actually stole the Gaia and probably stole Apollo as well. Who is your favorite B5 character? No, you have not asked. My initial response has to be Delenn. My second response has to be Delenn. And I think my third response has to be Delenn. Yeah, it's Delenn. I really like Delenn. You guys focus on Jakar and Londo and all stuff, but I really like Delenn. Delenn is my favorite. Delenn and for her principles, she actually almost forsakes her race for her principles. Jakar is actually a very close second. Jakar is... Damn, I love Jakar too. Delenn is just the one that I really like the most, but Jakar, I really like Jakar. But 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 do you understand what I'm saying about Delenn? I think honestly, I think that Delenn needs more love. Look at Jakar at the beginning of the show versus at the end of the show, and you wondered how the hell is the same guy? Yeah, yeah, you ain't wrong. The men the Minbari forsake her, but she knew that that would happen. Is more what I say. Is more what I'm saying. She knew that by what she was doing, she would be forsaken by the Minbari, and yet she still did it. And she was of the religious caste, so she knew what she was doing. She knew that she would be forsaken, and yet she still did it for the good of her race and for all. But you're right. When you say technically, it's more to say the Minbari forsake her. You're correct about that. She did not forsake the Minbari, but she knew. But when she took the actions that she did, she knew the Minbari would forsake her, and yet she still did it. I like how I like how they were all basically going in blind after War Without End, because that closed the loop of Sinclair becoming Valen, and after that, no more prophecies and predictions. They had to figure out the rest on their own. Yes, honestly, I I have watched all of it in a long time ago. I do need to finish my rewatch of Babylon 5. But yes, I remember enough of it to for what you're saying to make sense. I'm now going to include a subplot in the Mass Effect fanfic that I'm working on. Okay, cool. It'll be green versus purple, but Volus. Oh god. Also, you writers. You, you writers, I tell you. Just because you're more creative than the rest of us. Nyeh, nyeh, nyeh. Green Clan! Purple Clan! Love it. Also, I hope it's pretty clear that I'm just joking around here. I'm actually impressed by it. I ain't getting paid enough for this shit. Yes. Yes. I ain't getting paid enough for this shit. Love that. I ain't getting paid enough for this shit. That's perfect. That is honestly perfect. Just Shipbreaker Lake too, like Ivanova did. Why not? I mean, if it works, doesn't it? Well, there's the yellow over there. But Here's the here first. Let's go up there. Whee!
Wow. That big metal thing looks like the ship we saw back in the auditorium. Imagine going up to the stars in that.
Delver's Journal. Whee! Yeah, I don't feel like reading it. I am not in the mood.
Machines tore right through them.
These guys couldn't catch a break. Machines patrolling ahead.
We can tag them in the focus to keep track of them.
Yep. That's what I'm doing. What else, what other ones are there? I just see the one. But it says machines, like there's multiple. Isn't there another one I should be looking at? Ah, there we go. There's two of them. Now look at it. Wait for some fire damage. Ah! And the eye. It's a weak spot. Makes it damage. Okay. I like that. It tells you that it's indestructible at the same point that it tells you that it's a weak spot. Because I had a little confusion with some of that in the first game, so I like that. And then the sound shell, which is its breast. Okay, that's detachable. And then the thing on its butt is detachable. Fire damage for both those. Basically fire everything, but okay. So just overall, hit in the eye. That's what we're supposed to do. I'm good with that. Ah, shit. But there's one that I did not kill. Okay. Varl's with me. I kind of forgot that I had you with me.
Here.
Honestly, I forgot that I had Varl with me. Machine muscle, chill water. Okay.
Machine ripped right through the wall. There's a ladder in the back.
Okay. Oh, Jesus. Jesus Christ. Seriously? Okay then. Okay. I think I'm going to actually hit quit. And I'm going to be done with the game for now.